Hello, hello. Deborah Roth here with Spirited Living. Just kind of settling into our self-care moon space today. Today's the waxing moon. Thanks for being here. Let's just sit for a moment, see if you have anyone else that's joining us today. Welcome, welcome. I bring you greetings from a hot, steamy New York City. Those of you that are here know that it's not been terribly pleasant. But fortunately, I was able to get away this weekend with my wonderful family to a lake on the beach, which was quite lovely. So what I would love to bring to you today is the energy, and I'm such a moon mama. I am a Cancer goddess. My birthday was June 28th, so I am a Cancer, which rules the moon. So I've been for a long time a lover of all lunar love magic. Lunatics was what we were called by one of the husbands of one of my circle sisters years ago. And what we do in this time and how we as human beings, male or female, how we connect with the moon really reflects our emotions, our intuition. Cancer is a water sign. Moon, our moon energy fluctuates. Hello, Michelle. I miss our circles too. Not the same on Zoom, but they're lovely. So what we do with our lunar selves, and it doesn't matter whether you have any Cancer in your chart or not, we all have this deep connection. 95% of our bodies are made of water, so we are very directly connected to the phases of the moon. What we want to look at today, and we are now, as of Monday, this past Monday, we are now in the waxing moon stage. We had a new moon in Cancer on Monday. It was actually the second new moon in Cancer this month. Doesn't happen very often. And so very slowly, and you can always tell whether we're in a waxing or waning time of the moon by putting your right hand up and putting it like a crescent up against the moon. And this is your right hand, so if you put it in a C, so it looks like a crescent moon, you can tell that your in the waxing moon time. So if you do that, if you create that new moon, new moon is no moon, new moon C, you will see that we're in a waxing moon time. A few weeks ago, when we had just passed the full moon and we were moving towards the new moon, I shared some ideas for waning moon, how we can work with waning moon energy. Right now, if we're looking at waxing moon energy, so we've just moved by through the dark of the moon, which is this very magical time. We go within, and as we move through the stages that take us to the full moon, obviously the new moon, the waxing crescent moon, that's the one I was showing you, the first quarter moon, which is the half moon, like so, looks like a half a moon, but it's actually called first quarter. And then the gibbous moon, which is right before we get to full again. And when we're in the waning moon period, as I described a couple weeks ago, we are letting go and releasing. So the counterpart to that in the waxing moon time is to look at what we want to expand into, what opportunities are there for us out there, what seeds do we want to plant, what new ideas, projects, books, whatever, what do we want to birth? And this is the time for visualizing that and for making the commitment to move ahead and to take action, to take inspired action. This is a time of inspiration. So I'm not sure my Instagram is going. This is so hard to tell. Very frustrating. Hold on a sec here. Let's start again. Who knows? So in this time, I want you to think about, and I'm going to try not to talk as much. I love bringing people into this. Thank you, Lorena. I'm not sure what's going on with my Instagram video. Discard video, yes. I'm going to start again there. Thanks for the heads up, Lorena. I am going to start my lovely Instagram again. Sorry for the pause, folks. So, in this waxing moon time, we will contemplate what it is that we want to bring into our lives. That can be literally planting seeds. I actually just planted. I had planted a bunch of small impatiens plants in my window box. At the beginning of the summer, we have had all this scaffolding on our windows for the last 6 years, which is kind of amazing. And they all died. So I've now planted impatiens again, which was such a perfect thing to do during this waxing moon time. So literally or figuratively, think about what actions do you want to take? What new ideas do you want to get support around? And I love to look at any of these things. Remember, this is about self-care tips. I always love to look at self-care from the viewpoint of the four-legged stool, the four-pointed crown, whatever you want to call it, of mind, body, heart, and spirit. So today, I'll take you on a little meditation to get you to look at the mind, body, spirit ways, the mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritual ways that you can embrace this time over the next 2 weeks until the moon is full. I also love to, and you can do that, some of these actions, and I'll talk about those now, and then maybe when we go into the meditation, I'll lead you to contemplate some of the questions that you can ask. So you might want to have a piece of paper and pencil or pen or something handy just to bring all of this in. So take some time to think about these questions, and I'll take you in for some quiet time in a little bit. I indicated one, which is what opportunities are up for me. What should I focus on? What do I want to bring to fruition? What do I want to manifest in my life? Yes, we're certainly talking from this period to when the moon is full, but this is a great time for just launching any ideas. The energy will support you at this time. The lunar energy will support you at this time to really do that. How can I raise my energy level is another great one, because this is a time of heightened energy as we move. Literally, think about what the full moon represents, and that talks to us about being shining our full light in the world. So as we move towards that, what do we want to develop? How do we want to receive inspiration to develop whatever it is that we want to move towards? So think about those. If you think about creating ritual around that for using fire, so fire, water, air, and earth, the four elements, you might stare into a candle flame and just let everything sort of fall away until the flame is all that there is. And think about what inspiration, inspire, what ignite, what dreams do you want to ignite? And really make the commitment to do that in this really enlightened time, increasingly enlightened time. Next, so fire, water. Water's a great way for releasing things. I've talked about that. And it's also a great time a great way to you can imbue water, and we've done this often when we've done house blessings, for instance, which, by the way, is a great thing to do in the time of Cancer, which we're just about to leave. We're just about to move into Leo. But the Cancer new moon, often what we've done with that is we'll create sacred water, we'll create home blessing water, and you imbue it with the qualities that you want to, oh my goodness, sorry about that car honking. You imbue it with the qualities that you want to grow. It could be in your home, it could be for one of these projects that you want to do, and sprinkle it. So, you just hold some water in your hand, put it in a little vial or an empty spice bottle or something, and then you can walk around your house with it. You can put some scents in it, some aromatherapy, some essential oils that represent what it is that you want to do. So that's water. Air, literally, if you can find some dandelions going to seed, a really beautiful one. And if you can't, you can draw in the air with a feather. Any of those symbols that represent air. Make a wish, literally. Call on the air, call on the energy, the mental energy of air to really bring you to this place of manifestation. And the last one is earth. I really just gave you an example, a very literal example of how you can use the element of earth in your waxing moon ritual creation. Very simple. Plant something. Don't get too attached if somehow it doesn't come to full flower. But it's a great time if you've got a garden. I have a wonderful community garden. If you've got a garden, to just go and nurture. I mean, Cancer is very much about nurturing. So we're in the Cancer time to do that. We're still in the dark of the Cancer moon, slowly moving out of it. So use the earth, ground yourself in the earth, and let that give you strength. Let that inspire you to move into, whatever this great next project is for you. Let's see. So I've given you the 4 elements. Okay, I said I was going to make this a little shorter. not so much of my talking. So I think what we'll do is I'll bring you into a meditation to really go within and look at, remember I talked about the 4 ways that classically we can engage in self-care. And I'll take you through each one of those. This is when you'll need the pen or paper to just maybe jot some ideas down so you can move through them afterwards. So if you, let's see, let's take a breath together. And as we exhale, you can close your eyes and just kind of sink into whatever space you're in, whatever your sacred space looks like today. Just breathe into it. Continuing to breathe into your being, into the essence of you. And as you do, let's begin to contemplate some of those questions and apply them to the 4 areas of radical self-care, of sacred self-centeredness. So looking at, first, sitting in and embracing, loving your physical body, your physicality. Hold that. You can even just kind of run your fingers over your body. Feel yourself fully present, fully in your body. And contemplate how you can nurture it during this waxing moon time. How can you feed it as you would feed the things growing in your garden? Maybe it's getting a mani-pedi. Maybe it's just allowing yourself a yummy bath. Use some of that water element. But keep in mind, in that space, in this place of honoring your body, think about, what do you need to focus on? What do you need to bring in? To remember to take luscious care of your body during this waxing moon time. How can you raise your physical energy level? Maybe more sleep. It always seems to be one. Maybe hydrating more. What are the ways that you can build your energy as the moon's light is building now? And sit with that for a moment. If some ideas of how to nurture yourself and your body, to take actions to root yourself in your body are percolating up for you, take a moment just to jot them down. This is a time for making a commitment to yourself when we can all hold you in that space. And now, shifting our attention from our physical body to our beautiful brains, to our minds. And with our eyes closed, this is the perfect time to use your magnificent mind to visualize. What do you want to manifest in the next several weeks? Or what do you want to begin to launch for the long term? What opportunities are up for you? Can you visualize where it is that you want to be? Again, that can be either in 2 weeks, or if you're planting the seed for a new longer term project, visualize with all of your imagination what that will look like. Is it a finished book? Is it a new home? There's some actions to take around that you can really do in this charged, higher energy time as we move towards the full moon. Visualize the end product. Visualize where it is that you want to be. And then contemplate in your mind's eye, what actions, what steps do you need to take to get there? Again, take a moment to hold that visualization, hold that vision. You can always come back to it. Jot down any ideas that percolate. Maybe draw a little picture of a book or a home or whatever it is that you want to put your heightened energy into manifesting. And let's take a deep breath and anchor that. And then let us continue moving to our next phase of self-care, which is our heart, our emotions. What is it that you need to do? How do you need to nurture your heart, to soothe your emotions? The waning moon is the time for releasing those wounded emotions. Waxing moon time is the time for declaring what feelings do you want to claim joy, compassion. What energy do you want to bring into your heart at this time? How can you jumpstart your beautiful, loving heart? What do you need to do? How can you raise the energy around your heart chakra? Maybe it's connecting with someone you haven't in a while. Maybe it's, if you feel safe, meeting someone for a socially distanced, excuse me, a socially distanced connection in the park. Or if you've each been committed, perhaps it's looking at how to do a pandemic hug, which is approaching each other with your masks on and your faces away from each other. How can you take some action around soothing your heart right now? And then let's take a breath around that. And then let us move to spirit. How can you soothe your soul right now? What spiritual practices do you want to make a commitment to? What spiritual energy do you want to elevate? Do you want to commit to a 5-minute quiet meditation each day? What is it that you most want to do to inspire yourself, to elevate your spirit, to recommit to whatever your spirituality looks like? Let's take a deep breath around that and let it go. Now you've taken the time to address mind, body, heart, and spirit. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Come back and join us. I hope you're feeling a little uplifted, maybe with some good ideas for moving forward, moving through the next couple weeks of this waxing moon time. I'd love to hear if you experiment with some of these, how it is for you. Thanks so much for being with me. I look forward to, not sure what I'm doing next week, but I'll play with something. Please be in touch. Let me know what you do. Bye for now. Bye-bye.